Now, with that being said, I mean, another headline maker was Charleston White and Tip going back and forth.
Yeah.
What the hell was you thinking when you saw all hell breaking loose, Toomp?
Straight up, man. Shout out to Tip and Charleston White. You know, I've been said on here, I fuss with Charleston White. You know,
Yeah.
He's a lot of things he stand for and speak on that most people, and smart man too.
Oh, that man, he's smart now.
Smart.
What you better not do is call him a dummy.
Yeah, people see that dead, you know, that eye, you know, he pop his eye out, you know, and they think, oh man, he cuckoo. No, he's not cuckoo. That's just he got that's not a real eye over there.
Yeah.
But listen to that man. You know what I mean? And I love what he stands for, especially when we talking about as far as us and the youngins, and like that's who we really, man, we got to get these kids right, dog. We have kids and we want our kids around good kids and other influences, great influences. But you know, Tip is my guy. And at the same time, when I saw it, I was like, okay, Tip, you done put your nose in a lot of things on a few situations, you know, and you always, you know,
bounce back.
People like to hear what Tip had to say about it. You know, such just happened. And I see Tip get in things, and it's kind of like certain matches, you know, you got to take certain ones, and you got to say, okay, I hear dude, let him go. I don't feel like fucking with him. Boosie said it. Whack 100 said it. A few people know, like, okay, you know what? Dude is so raw.
He's good at his craft.
And genuine with it.
Yeah.
And you got to love him. Like, you got people who love dude, man.
Yeah.
C-Dub is loved by a lot of people. Like, because he says some of the real, he's like that uncle, bruh, at the cookout. He's that uncle or that cousin who will just say whatever.
Yeah.
You know it ain't your real daddy, boy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's all kind of stuff. So he's that raw guy. So, and he's, when it comes to a situation like that, man, I would say really, the youngin was out of place by coming at him. Mm-hmm. You know, like you got to straighten your kid first. You need to get King in line for real overall. You know, even though I think it's dying down now because I heard they had some type of conversation.
Well,
I'm not
good.
sure. I heard. I'm talking about with White and Harris with Charleston and Tip.
Okay.
So I think they done had a conversation. I think that's why you don't really hear too much of it no more.
Okay.
But Charleston's still talking his shit.
My God.
He's still, you know, letting it go, but I think it ain't as cold red as it was at first. But nah, man, you got to pick and choose your joints, Tip. You got to pick and choose, man.
What do you think about this internet, though, to where, you know, Charleston White could have such a grasp on this internet to where his name becomes a keyword and he can touch any platform and set it on fire because he has a silent majority of internet followers that are waiting to hear what he says?
Because he's saying real shit, B. The man covers some real situations and he'll break things down and be like, hey, man, I hear what y'all saying, but did y'all look at it like this? Mm-hmm. What about this? Why y'all crying over, what's his name, PNB Rock?
Yeah.
Like, he ain't just being disrespectful. He be like, but what about these kids in your city who just got splacked at this mall?
Yeah.
And y'all running around here writing for this rapper who y'all really don't know his records. Mm-hmm. He's in the rap community, that's bad, but his whole thing and his outlook on it is like, yeah, man, you can't be sitting here mourning on folks you don't know. You know what I mean?
Nah, I'm with
and
you.
that you may not be a fan of. I mean, it hurt to see another black guy leave that like that, but the certain situations, though, it make you, I don't know, I think Charleston good at letting people jump out of their body and really see what the hell they really doing for themselves, like what you doing wrong, you know? Because this is a certain thing that we do that really, you got to really ask yourself, why do we do that?
With rap, you know, because one of the main things that Charleston, you know, raises Cain about is, you know, the lyrics in rap. Do you think we'll come to a place, or do you think we're coming to a place to where rap won't be the same as it is now going forward to the future and beyond?
I hope they clean this shit up.
Yeah.
Overall, period. Maybe a few cuss words could come if you say a few things, but just this whole women talking about their vaginas and how much they could get out of a man, and men talking about how much they could throw down a girl's throat and how much I could make you come and all this old, like, and then so that's just the sexual side of it. Then we get into the violent side of it. about riding down on your ops. Now you hearing female. I done had people send me demos on some girls who really can rap, but when I hear them talking about some spitting the block on my ops, I'm like, what are you doing for real? You now we got the women talking about shooting their ops or whatnot, and so you got the sex, the violence, and then you got the ones who on records bragging about these drugs that's killing. So it's three things. Like all this shit need to be cleaned up, bruh. It's bad.
What are your thoughts on this fentanyl taking over and taking folks out at the same time?
It's a head scratcher. And and folks and I'm trying to figure it out. Every time I see on the news and when it's a bus, I see it's more keys of fentanyl than pounds of weed and cocaine. I'm like, that's the killer. Like,
exactly.
They say if y'all touch that, you gonna die. Why so many pounds and keys of that making it here? That's a killer.
Exactly.
So I don't get it, and I'm glad I could be on the outside looking at that at that game, but I don't get it, bro. For something that's such a killer to where if you touch it and it get in your bloodstream, you out of here. Who is taking that type of shit?
Exactly.
But then one thing,
shit,
where my man Cash Money,
baby.
No, my man who was in here with us, Turk.
Yeah.
And this thing that Turk said, man, I heard some other Louisiana people say, man, they say like if people watch the news and hear about a guy having an overdose, they say the people who's on them drugs is like, hey man, where you think he bought that from? I want the shit that killed that man. That's how people who really are hooked on heroin or whatever, they want the drugs that killed that man. And that's the way he put it. I heard a few other people from Louisiana that ain't even rappers said the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, if they hear about the guy doing an overdose, they want to know where the people get that from. Because somewhere in that equation, when they get high, they get off on the whole near-death experience and coming back. It's weird, man.
And
some of them don't come back.
Exactly.
They don't come back. Yeah. So, and we keep seeing tons and kilos of fentanyl making it through here, bruh. And I don't get it. That's a killer. And it may really make you wonder, as far as it just getting here, like, who's behind that? Who are them shipments going to? What communities are y'all sending that to?